My name, first of all, is Kayode Atobatele. I am also an ex-junior airman of the Air Force Military School in Jos. Thank you very much. And today we have two guests. We always try and bring on one ex-junior airman and another ex-junior airwoman. And I'm going to actually allow them introduce themselves. So I will go over to. We do this by number. Seniority in the military is forever. These are things you learn about this very, very quickly. So I'll go over to somebody who was my senior and for that reason remains my senior forever, in person of ex-jam Olani. Please introduce yourself, my Oga.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to be a part of this. I also count it as a privilege, to be counted worthy to be able to contribute to what you guys are doing. So my name is Olani Atijo. Currently, I'm a software architect. I design software applications, and I also write books. I do quite a number of things, and I'm really glad to be here with you guys.
Awesome, awesome. An entrepreneur, if I do say so myself. Bisola actually asked a few more questions. Thank you. Stay tuned.
And so let me just go back to Ogani quickly again with another question, and then Ogake will take up from there. So Ogani, I want to ask you, what is your opinion of the school of thought that's kind of like suggests that entrepreneurial skills should be incorporated into the curriculum of secondary school students in view of the way things are presently in Nigeria, the economy of Nigeria, and how graduates are unable to get white-collar jobs? What is your opinion on this school of thought? Do you think schools or the government should start looking in that direction to see how they can incorporate entrepreneurial skills in the curriculum of secondary school students? Ogani.
Thank you. I mean, Kay knows me very well. You also know me. So it's like knowing where I would tilt towards in answering this question, So my opinion is that, yes, it should be incorporated, actually. So I'll probably take my story. So I'm going to use my story. So we all grew up, left military school, went into higher institutions with the hope that we'll come out and get jobs in the banks, in the oil companies and all that. And you'd realize that, yeah, eventually got those jobs. I mean, I eventually worked in a bank, or in 2 different banks, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I worked in 2 different banks. So you start to do that job, you get into the second bank, and start to ask yourself that, look, no, this is not what I'm cut out for. I'm not cut out for this 9-to-5 thing. No. So, I mean, it's funny that as a young boy, I've been saying I want to be a billionaire. I used to say, I'm never apologetic about it. I've read books about law of attraction. I've read a particular book called The Secret. I'm mentioning The Secret here. It's not the thing I talk about all the time.
Secret.
You've seen The Secret, right?
No, I said it's a secret that you're mentioning it.
so it's actually a secret, but only a few see that secret. I've seen The Secret and I was like, wow. And I started to cast back my life. And I started saying, okay, so this is how people get into stupendous wealth. This is the secret, really. And I told myself that I was going to leave the values of the law of attraction and The Secret. So I knew I was going to leave my bank job. So I told my father one day, I said, Daddy, I'm resigning from the bank. Yeah. My father was like, is he mad? Bank work that people are looking for, he wants to resign bank work. I said, Daddy, I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm only telling you so that you're not here outside. And when it was time, I resigned. And I told myself that now that I'm young, let me go and suffer so that I can guarantee my future. Now, let me tell you what I realized. I realized that our uncles, our aunties were getting poorer as they were growing older. So you hear about one of your uncles that had 2 cars 10 years ago, and 10 years after, he doesn't have a car. So I was looking at that trend, and I was asking myself, I said, no, I don't want to be like this. And I think about the Warren Buffett in the US. And I remember that, look, as they're growing older, they're getting wealthier. And I'm like, yes, these are the kind of people I want to be like, yes. And the only way to do that is to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so I made up my mind that if I'm going to die, being an entrepreneur, I prefer to die. And I would die in peace, and I'll rest in peace. And I'll never have any regrets for leaving paid employment. So now, when you look at the age at which I left banking, so bring it back to if all of that experience started in AFMS, okay, as a young child, you know. And interestingly, I'm just even thinking now, I'm just remembering, let me even tell you, as a junior airman in AFMS, I used to snap photographs. I had a Polaroid camera. I just remembered. If you remember, Kay, I had a Polaroid camera that I used to snap students. You know, these Polaroid cameras that will print, you know, that will print immediately. Yeah. You snap, you understand? And I used to make small quid, even while as a student in AFMS.
Yeah, the photography business.
Photography business. You know, it's funny now that you not see, I don't snap photos again. No, before you see me snap photos, I see me now. Oh my God! When somebody says, "Nee, send me a photo," I'm like, "Photo? Where you do? Where you do?" I don't snap photos again. And I remember those years. Even as a junior airman, I used to snap students. You know, maybe inter-squadron sports competition. You know, I had that camera, that Polaroid camera, and I'll make whatever 10 kobo and whatever thing that we used to do at that time. So imagine that I was encouraged, all right, at that time, all right, maybe I'll become a billionaire a lot earlier. So we cannot, because the truth about it is that when you look at people who are in paid employment, it's difficult, difficult. I don't know if it's happened. I don't know anybody you know to be a paid employee and become a billionaire. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are anyway. So it's only entrepreneurs I see become billionaires. Me, I don't know if there are paid employees that are billionaires.